Yep.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the YMC podcast, episode 8.
Episode 8. Welcome back. Today's topic is going to be very interesting, and I feel like a lot of people need to watch this episode.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people need to watch this episode.
So, before we start, let's introduce our guest of the week.
Hi, everybody.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Taina. I'm Johnny Assis's friends. They brought me here. I'm so thankful to be here, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do you want to plug in your social media?
Oh, yeah, you can follow me on all platforms on Negrita. That's Negritaina. Thank you.
Yes.
And she picked the topic too.
Yes.
Yes,
And it's
yeah.
a great topic.
It's a great
We're very
topic.
excited.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all see us in our costumes, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween
Yeah,
episode. We got some jobs to go to
Yes.
next week, so we're just gonna
Yeah.
embrace it right now,
We
guys.
do it
Like,
right
now.
we're just giving you a Halloween episode. Hope you guys enjoy our little looks we're bringing you.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, did you introduce the actual episode? What the name of it is?
Today is called Boundaries. Boundaries.
The boundary
Friends,
talk.
families, with anybody. The boundary talk.
This
All right,
is a
and I
big
love
topic.
these questions. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah, we came up with some good questions. All
Yeah.
three of us. We did a great job.
Yeah.
Like, these are good.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So let's dive right in. I mean,
All
Why
right, number
wait?
1.
Okay.
What is boundaries to y'all?
what is boundaries?
Your raw cut definition of boundaries.
Okay.
You want to go first?
I'll start, and then I'll pass it to Taina.
Okay.
Okay, so I think boundaries to me is like basically protecting your peace, like period. Like just protecting your peace from everyone, and that could be people you hang out with on a regular basis or people you may not talk to on a regular basis, but just making sure you have boundaries with everyone around you to keep your peace whole and just keep your sacred space to yourself, like not letting anybody interfere with that, not letting anyone come in between that in any type of way. So I think that's what boundaries is for me.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm just gonna like piggyback off of what Johnny said. I think boundaries are pretty much like there's something that's like mandatory. Like you have to set them with the people that's in your life, you know, because if not, you will just continue to see certain things that may not feel comfortable for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like,
Yep.
you know, it's something that must be done at the end of the day because you have parameters. You can only take so much.
Right.
You know, you can't take on
Exactly.
everybody's
Everything.
stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
everything. And, you know, so
Yep.
that's what that means for me.
Okay.
It's like anything that affects you. It's literally a safe space for anything that affect you. That's your line to make right there. You know what I'm saying? That's your
Right.
boundary.
Right.
That's
Like the line to not cross.
It's a
kind
line
of
to
thing.
not cross.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Because a lot of people don't understand boundaries. They don't understand it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually very hard for a lot of people. It's
Mhm.
actually surprising because especially when even we're our age or even older, like a lot of people really like don't respect boundaries. Like
They
it's
don't.
seen every day. Like it's
Yeah.
regular. Like,
It is like right before we even started this episode, something happened where it's just like, okay, I clearly see that you don't respect my boundary. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you don't.
It's like, why
you
do I
know-
even have to talk about this? Because
Yeah,
I thought
you
there
don't-
was a boundary.
You know what I mean? You don't respect me as a person enough to
not
respect
want to cross that line.
Exactly.
So you cross
you
it.
cross it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, okay.
Right.
I see how
Noted
you-
again.
You know, noted. You know, noted.
Don't mess around and be just nice. That's just who you are.
Yeah.
They just feel like, oh, you know, she good. I'm just no,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The being nice to people is what always gets me.
Yeah.
Because
being
once I
nice.
continue to be nice to people, they're gonna step over that boundary line every time.
Over
They're
it,
like, oh, she's nice.
over
She ain't gonna
it.
say too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
She's gonna let it go.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I gotta actually stand on it.
And it's hard to do that as a woman and as a woman of color, period. Because you know
Yes.
when you stand firm on your boundaries and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You do what you stand on your business. You
Stand
know,
on
Stand
business.
on your business.
Yeah.
Then you really, people make it seem like, oh, she
Right.
She not
They
easy
like
to
they
cross.
think about
Right.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They
we gonna
look
get
at
into
us
that.
differently.
Yeah, we gonna get into that,
So
'cause, yeah.
for sure.
We know that.
But yeah.
That was good.
Number
Okay.
2, who got the second question?
Okay, second question is, when is the time to set boundaries? And this goes for friends and family. So when is the time to set them?
When you're being affected by it, I feel like you set the boundaries when you feel like you're not being you. When you feel like you're changing, like in a negative way, or
okay, that's
it's
a good,
affecting
yeah,
you deeply like that.
yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
when you have to just say like, okay, I'm going out my way for this person. I gotta chill. It's affecting me, or I'm there for that person. Not saying you could be a bad friend, but sometimes people load mentally on you is too much.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah,
okay, I gotta get back to me. I gotta shake that off. Get back to me. So it's a lot of, even with family, it's hard.
yeah,
Family is hard because you feel like families feel like they could just step all over you. You know, especially if you're comfortable with them, they feel like they can just walk all over you. No boundaries at all.
Yep.
But it's like, it's not like that, especially when you get older. When you get older, that's when we really need to set that boundary, because you gotta respect that I'm an adult. You know, I'm an adult, so it's not the same as when we was kids. It's not the same as
I see everybody's point of view. So like, yes, I see that to an extent. Like, respect that I'm an adult. But you gotta think about it, like, in their eyes, like, you're their babies. You know what I mean? So that's what I always keep in mind, because it's like, you know, they raised you, they saw you when you were a baby, and like, you're this grown person, but in their eyes, that you're still their little baby, and you know, and like, I didn't really understand that until I saw my little cousins grow up, and I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like,
you get that effect, like,
you know, so I can just imagine. I'm not a parent yet, but I could just imagine how it feels for parents to see their kids, you know, like, to do that certain things, because it's uncomfortable. Like, they're not used to it. It's unfamiliar. So
not even just with parents though, cousins, aunties,
literally,
you know,
all of that
is with, like, not even just parents, it's with everybody.
But I mean them too.
Them
like,
too,
they
though,
still see
they
you
still,
as a little kid,
literally,
like, you know, like,
so I agree with that, because I just feel like it's always harder to set boundaries with family, simply because, like you said, they seen you grow up. So it's like, in their eyes, they're always going to look at you as like the baby of the family, or like, you know, in a child aspect. But it's like, we also have to get to a point where the family understands, like, wow, like, you've grown up so much, but you are a responsible adult. You know what I mean? And I need to respect your boundaries. Like, nobody wants their family, like, constantly wanting to know every single detail about their life, or you know, all of their business. You know what I mean? So it's like, you have to set a boundary with family members and be like, you know, like, love to see y'all, great to interact with you guys, but, you know, just not too much. Not a lot. Not too much.
You know, but you gotta, like, for the, how can I say it? For the younger generation, like, it may be more different for them. Like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it depends on.
It depends. You know, like, but I mean, that still applies at the end of the day, because. But for the younger generation, it's different. Let me just say that, because it's a lot going on in Rochester. So it's like, when they are concerned and stuff like that, like, do respect their, you know, honor them being concerned. But at the same token, it's like, okay, you should trust me enough that my judgment is good. You know what I mean? That I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm not gonna, you know, do all that. So, but,
And what do you guys think about for friends, though? Boundaries with friends.
Friends is hard for me. Friends is hard because I'm very caring. I'm very nice when it comes to a lot of things, because I'm very understanding when it comes to my friends.
Right.
So I would say I just now, honestly, just started setting boundaries. And sometimes my friends have a hard time with the boundaries, because they are so used to the old essence, the high school essence of giving or caring so much. So they don't know how to be like, whoa, like, oh snap, like, she said boundaries. Like, I get it, because it's like, I've been me for so long, but when you grow up, you get tired. No, you have to set boundaries with your friends. It's a must.
Yeah,
it's a must.
I feel like with those type of situations, like, if your friends can't really respect the fact that we change every day.
Literally.
We change every day. So it's like, if your friends can't accept the fact that, oh my gosh, she's changed, like, this is a beautiful change for her, like, I've never seen her set these boundaries for herself. You know what I mean? Like, if they can't really do those kind of things, I feel like those are the people you got to watch out for. And those are the ones who you have to set thicker boundaries with. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you will run me till I'm dry. you will do everything you would take everything that I've got, you know? So it's just like...
And then, mind you, those be the main people that don't reciprocate it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're just giving. It's like, dang, what
you're not receiving.
You can't sit back and think of the last time they've done anything for you whatsoever.
Not saying that you're doing it for that, but it's just like, dang, if we're going to think about it like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's a nice feeling to have.
Yeah,
like,
it
okay,
is. Like,
you know,
Like, I know what I'm doing is being reciprocated by the person I'm doing it for.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why boundaries are definitely important with friends, because friends, just like family, will literally walk all over it.
Anybody.
Literally, it don't matter who it is. Like,
you know, I saw something that was like, everybody uses everybody.
No, they do.
Like, we all use each other. In some way or another,
yeah.
we use each other. So it's just like, you know, you gotta learn when to set that boundary, when it's like, all right, you used me enough.
Right. Like, you literally had enough of my time, enough of my energy.
Yes.
Time to move on.
Time to move on.
For real. Okay, question number 3. Essence.
All right. How do you handle someone crossing your boundaries?
I want to start with this.
You go ahead. You start us off.
So I just feel like if after I set my boundary and I told you exactly what it's going to be,
right?
You know? And I said, for me at least, there's only one. You know what I mean? For me at least, I give you one chance. Because why should I give you more than one chance and you show me the very first time? I would just be doing a disservice to myself to continue to put myself in a predicament where I know exactly what I'm going to be getting. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, I'm going to have to wash my hands with you because you showed me what it was. Yeah. You know, and you're actually saving yourself a lot of time, energy, and emotion. You know what I mean? Like, you can be investing that in something different, something that benefits you. It's nothing wrong with benefiting you.
Okay,
doing stuff that's good for yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't take that time to do that, people will constantly do it. So once somebody cross it, for me, I gotta let you go, baby. Because at the end of the day, you will continue to treat me as such. Yeah. You know, you showed me what it was.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. I agree, because I simply say, like, people our age, older, whatever age it may be, a lot of people don't understand cause and effect. Yeah. So once you cross my boundary, the effect is I'm going to probably wash my hands with you and not speak to you again. Because we already made something clear and it was talked about and understood. So going along with it and deciding, oh, I'm going to decide to cross it today. Let's see what's going to happen. You know. We're just going to leave it at that. And then it's never going to be anything again. And then you'd be like, I probably shouldn't have done that to my friend. I probably, been the same, you know, you think after the fact, after someone stops talking to you, and you think after the fact, when someone stops dealing with you, you're like, dang, what happened? Oh, I did that. And that was some messed up stuff. After she already set that boundary with me, I did the opposite. So that's probably why I'm not getting a reply, or she's not replying to me or texting.
Not time to be Delulu.
Hello? Yes.
Like,
cause and effect. It's simple.
You at, but not over here.
Right. We're too old to not understand cause and effect. Absolutely. Cause and effect. Come on, guys.
I wish I was more like that, because honestly, I'm too forgiving.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're going to constantly hurt yourself.
I agree.
And that's just real.
She does.
You're going to always put yourself, and it's okay to give in different aspects. You don't always have to but you got to fill your cup up first. If your cup is empty, you pour in, even if you pour a little bit, but there's a hole at the bottom of your cup, it will never be full. So at the end of the day, you got to continue to pour into your cup. And until your cup is overflowed and you pour into others, you can't, it's impossible for you to pour into somebody more than you're pouring into yourself. Because they will see it. They're going to see it's going to show in every aspect.
Yes. And once they see it, they're going to like, come on.
You know what I mean? It's like, come on now.
Yeah,
like,
and it's messed up. And that's how the cycle really goes.
Yeah. Especially nowadays, you'll be glad to get some real people who are really genuine for you, you know? Yeah. So it's like,
Yeah, I agree.
Too forgiving, man. That ain't no joke. Okay, hey, that's no joke.
And that's something a lot of people got to work on. Everything, that. Right.
If it's something like up here, oh nah. Like,
right.
I'm not thinking twice.
Right.
But if it's something like not major, because you gotta understand. With friends, you make mistakes.
Friends are
grow
people.
with them.
Friends are people.
So that's
people
what first
first.
you have to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Friends are people. They're humans.
Right.
Humans are not perfect. I feel like sometimes we put our friends in the light. Because I'm not going to lie, I used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I put my friends in the light like, oh, they're these people.
Mm-hmm.
They're humans. Same with anybody who I adore. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're humans at the end of the day, so you got to give them the benefit. You can't always give them the benefit of the doubt.
But it
Yeah.
depends on
Like,
what it is or the situation, really. Or how many times they done effed up, or how they
like
is
I said,
already,
me personally,
that's what I'm saying.
You're like
one
a
and
you're
done.
so
One time.
Taina's like a one and done.
Yeah,
And
she's one and done.
Essence is like if it's 5 times and they haven't all been bad,
But
then I might give you a 6 times.
No, it's
But it's like I don't even want to count though, because it's like friends, you make mistakes and
you
you
will
grow.
only be in your own delulu land if you don't want to count. I'm sorry. I keep tabs on everything everybody do. So okay, this is one. This too. But I keep seeing every time I keep doing that with people, it's the same thing. So now I'm just a one and done person, because it's like the other day, you know what I mean? Like,
I understand both sides,
Yeah.
because I'm the same. Certain friends I keep a tab on, because certain friends I know, like I've shown up for them a lot in life. I've been there for them a lot. They should be there at the same respect for me.
Yeah.
If you don't show up for me, or if you know it's a crap excuse or something like that, I note it in my head. It's not automatically negative, but I note it and I'm like, okay, we're gonna keep that, because I've been there for you too much for it to be like this. So I'm gonna note this one in my head and see what it's like going forward. And then at the same respect, your side, where it's like, I'll give you, let's see what you do next. Let's see what your next move is, or how you're gonna do me when it comes to this situation. But if it's continuously the same thing, it's like, what am I counting for?
I don't know. I feel like how can I say it? If you wouldn't want me to do it to you, it's literally the golden rule. Do unto others as you want done unto you. If you don't want me to do, if you wouldn't like it if I would have done that to you.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question though.
Okay.
Answer. We all human.
Yeah.
Like I admit. Have you ever been a friend that messed up with somebody else?
Oh, like have I made mistakes as a friend?
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's like,
of course,
with that friend though, right? With that friend, would you? Let's say you messed up, but you genuinely did not mean it. Like you, it's a genuine mistake, and that friend one and done you.
And I've had that, and I honestly, it took me some time to understand why. Like I'm like, why did she just cut me off? Like, you know what I mean? What was it? But then I sat back and I realized, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
I see.
That
self-reflection. You know what I mean?
Like,
that's what it is. That self-reflection. Like, okay, I understand why. And sometimes that's needed for people. They need that time away from you to realize that they lost something so good.
Right.
And about that time go by that you've been away from them, you gonna have sat there and you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm good. I don't even want to be. You know what I mean? I don't want to be bothered with you because now I'm cool. But it's everybody else's journey, you know what I mean? Like, we all got our different,
that's true.
So,
that's true.
Good perspectives, guys.
Right?
I like that. I like that. Okay.
So we're on to question 4. Why do you think it's necessary to set boundaries?
Why is it a necessity?
Because I feel like we answered that.
Yeah.
I feel like we really just.
I think we
like
scrambled through that one.
I feel like we scrambled.
Okay, we gonna go.
We
gonna go to number 5 because this is a little bit more what we was talking about before. So question 5 says, do you think setting boundaries limits people's understanding of you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes.
Elaborate.
Do you
Elaborate on that?
Yes, because if you're a real friend and you understand, like, okay, she's setting that boundary. Oh, I feel like the understanding wouldn't be limited. It would be more.
Okay.
But if you're like not a good friend, they're gonna be like, yo, like, I don't. Some people don't, like I said, some people just don't know how to handle boundaries. So I feel like if your friend don't know how to handle that boundary that you just said, they not the one for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a yes and no thing, really.
Yeah. I saw my
Now
juice.
she got her little juice on her hat.
I'm like,
Nice.
sheesh. I tried to be discreet with
Discreet.
it. Sorry.
A little blooper.
No, but I understand what you're saying. I feel like like you said, if you're a real true friend and you understand the relationship you have with that friend, you're automatically going to understand when whatever boundary is set, because you probably will feel like, oh, I would probably set that boundary myself if I had to.
Yeah.
So it's not like you trying to be funny, or you trying to.
But the people who say that most likely
aren't your friend, because why you automatically going to
So
some negative stuff?
Yeah.
Automatically, so if
Absolutely.
I am your friend and automatically you
That
go
should
to
never
some
even
negative
pop to your
stuff
head,
when I do something or when I speak to you, that just means we were never really friends,
Yeah.
because why is your response automatically negative?
Because it could be a
So
positive
I mean,
boundary.
that's the light that you see me. You see me in the
You
negative
see me
light.
in a negative light, because that's the
some
first
way.
thing you
Go
responded
to.
with. So it's
It's a red flag.
yeah, a big one.
Red flag.
Yeah, because anybody that can't respect your boundaries literally just isn't your friend.
They don't love you.
Because
for real.
boundaries
They
are
don't.
something that people set every day.
You know?
So for you to be mad at me for setting my own, that means we just were never friends in
And
the first
boundaries,
place.
people don't understand. Boundaries also helps a friendship.
Yeah.
It helps
Yeah.
build a friendship.
Absolutely.
Because it helps the maturity, of the friendship. So people look
Right.
at boundaries negative. No, that joke can really be positive.
Yeah.
For real.
It could really help in the end of
Because
things.
that boundary, people don't understand. That boundary that I set, if it's like, it could go away.
Right.
If we
Yeah.
get to that point, that
Mhm.
boundary that I set, if I'm comfortable enough to take that away,
Yeah.
I can't.
Right.
So boundaries is not always a permanent thing. It can be, but it could be a temporary boundary
Right.
just to get through something. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to go back to the question and where it was like, what did it say? It basically was saying like, does it make people see you in a different light, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
what
feel
we're
like
on.
you can-
right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let
And that's
people
what I'm saying,
understand.
like,
Oh,
I
understand it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, some people, first of all, they don't really, you have to know that they're coming from their own level of understanding. If they don't understand past to their certain level, you know what I
Right.
mean? It would just be like, okay, they really can't get me to the extent that I want them to get me.
Exactly.
You know, so
yeah.
that's a big thing. Like, if not, that can alter their way of how they
Right.
see you.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we can tie that. We can tie that into what? Question 6. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you think people see you differently after setting boundaries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
basically,
definitely do, yeah.
people
They
do because
Because they're not expecting
they're
that from
and they're
you,
not
right?
on the same level as you,
Yeah.
most likely.
Yeah.
So they're now automatically gonna be like, okay, I understand, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Some people are either gonna
They
have
do.
questions
Mhm.
or an attitude or something to say because they're just not on that same level to
Mhm.
you, where they're like, okay, I probably need to set my own boundaries. They probably
Mhm.
haven't gotten to that point, so
Mhm.
that makes sense.
I feel like the most boundaries that is set in life is if someone like college. That's where boundaries. It's been plenty of times where people want to just party, but you just trying to do your work.
Oh right,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And you gotta
You're
be
trying
like,
to do your
look,
work, and you like wait, like
love having fun with you guys, but I
but
just I also want to get my degree, so I can't.
I was gonna
I can't.
say, like, the party does end.
Yeah,
one day.
the party really
It
The
does.
party
really
does
does.
end one day, so
They really do, like
put a boundary on that too. Like,
Yeah.
all the friends that wanna
constantly
go out all the
partying when
time.
you don't have your life together. I wouldn't feel comfortable partying.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
know you gotta
like-
find your balance.
and
there.
the different styles of partying when you get older
Yeah.
and older and older. You know,
Right,
But
literally
this
each
one- but our
different
party
age
right
level
now-
has a different
Yeah,
like level of partying.
Mhm.
Every
Right.
age level,
it has
so
different
it makes
levels.
sense. But always
got
have your
that home
boundary
part-
around
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you don't, it'll get away from you. Next thing you know, all you want to do is party.
Mhm.
Right.
And what happened to work and school and furthering yourself and becoming a
doing
better
better.
person? You know,
There's so much out there for you.
it's
Like,
a
don't
lot
limit
out in the
yourself.
world.
It is.
It's a lot,
Too much.
a lot to discover
It is
for real.
to limit
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay, guys, I think we're on the last question.
Oh, what or how do you feel after setting boundaries? I'm gonna answer that last.
Okay, I feel like sometimes when if 1 year ago me, this is how I would have felt. Like, it's scary, and sometimes it's like I feel really bad. Like,
okay,
I'm
so
like,
my answer.
you know what I mean? Like, I really feel bad.
Terrible.
Like, I feel terrible, and then
Yeah.
like I don't know the feeling other than that. Like, it's just like I feel like this is something I shouldn't be doing. But at the same time, it's something that's absolutely necessary.
Right.
And if you don't do it, then you'll only be hindering your growth, really. Because if you can't realize, like, okay, I clearly have to do this, you know what I mean? Like, even though this is something I'm not used to, this is something that will make me better than where I am right now. Make me better, the version that I know who I really am, you know?
Right.
So it's like, I can't sit here and, you know, just because this is comfortable.
Right.
So it's just like,
comfortable
Right,
state.
comfortable.
Yeah, it's
Gotta make yourself
comfortable.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Bro.
I agree with that
you
for
know?
sure. I feel like I feel like that the same way. Like me a year ago would have definitely been scared, especially to just set boundaries with certain people.
Yeah.
I probably would have been wary about it and probably would have never done it. I probably would have just let them continue to be how they were with me and have no
Handle
say
you any
about
type
it.
of way.
Yeah. And it's like now it's like I'm to a point where it's like, okay, at this point anybody around me is all of adult age. And everyone around me should respect what I want for myself and how I want my life to look like, because you have a certain way you want your life to look as well. So if you're not able to, you know, literally respect my boundaries and understand that at the end of the day, like, we're all human beings, we're all grown, and we all have our own life struggles and stuff we go through every day. So even if you simply can't even accept the boundary of I can't talk to you every day, like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because we're all adults and we all have a life going on, and I just don't have time to
It's
text
a
you
lot.
every
It
day.
takes
I'm
a
not
lot.
talking to nobody every day.
It's a lot out of your mental
Stop.
capacity.
I'm not doing
Like,
it.
I don't owe you that. Like,
Right.
I'm my own human at the end of the day. Like, if I don't want to talk to you for 3 days, friend, I'm not gonna talk to you for 3 days. And me and her know what it is. Like, we do have an understanding. Like, yeah, we have our own life. If things take a grand capacity of,
and even to the point
like,
where some things, even to the point where some boundaries can literally go unspoken. Like, me and you have never had to say, like, just to let you know, my boundary is I won't be talking to you every day. That's not something I had to text you or say to you in person. It's just unspoken because we're all adults, and it's just, that's what time we should be on.
Yeah.
Be realistic. Because we live in the real world. So let's do that at least.
Yeah.
Okay, Essence, your turn. How about you?
Y'all done stole my answer. What you
We
mean?
did.
Y'all done stole.
But, you know, I'm just saying, so you feel like you can set boundaries now.
So, like the old me, I did not set boundaries at all.
Right.
Not gonna lie to you, I did not set boundaries because I felt like I was a bad guy into setting boundaries. I didn't want my friendship to change. So sometimes I wouldn't mind a lot of stuff. So I dealt with a lot of bull crap. But me now, I done dealt with so much bull crap.
Right.
I can't take no more. So
okay.
Oh yeah, boundaries.
So kind of at your limit. Yeah. Right.
Like I don't have a problem with boundaries now. I don't feel bad at all. I feel great.
Good.
I
Claps
feel
for that.
great.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I'm saying. Boundaries are important for real, because when you feel like that person, when you feel like it's changing you or it's messing with you mentally, no, you gotta stop that.
No,
Nip
literally.
that in the bud for real.
Yeah.
Nip that in the
done
bud.
deal.
It's a done deal for real.
Even for school wise, because I know some of the kids are in school or whatever, but it's just like you gotta set a boundary too. Like when people want to hang out and do too much, and you like, I got school, I got things I gotta do. You know what I mean? Like
education
younger
is
kids,
key, and keep it as a priority.
Because people most likely aren't always gonna be around. So get that education. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that will try to hang out with you, and the next thing you know, you see they ain't even in school no more at all.
Like I
so
said,
it's for a
party
reason.
Don't let people drag you down. Don't
keep
let
your
people drag you
priorities
down.
straight.
Yeah. Especially with school, it's a lot of peer pressure. So
keep going.
If you can set boundaries in high school, please do.
Please. Do all of that.
Do all of that.
Okay.
Okay, y'all.
Yeah.
This was podcast episode 8, the boundary talk.
We're almost to 10.
We're almost to episode 10.
We're almost to 10. I love it.
Please continue to follow us on all social media platforms. That includes YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Youth Making Changes INC. Taina, please plug in your social media one more time for the viewers.
On all platforms, it's Negrita Taina, NEGRITAINA. I look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
See you later next week.